I'm standing here with Miss Brooke Bauer, the great-granddaughter of Bauer that started Bauer Hockey Skates. And she's volunteered to help me do tracing so we can teach you how to do tracings properly. So when doing a tracing, the first thing you want to make sure is that the person is sitting comfortable on a chair and have leverage that the foot can actually sit properly on the tracing. The angles are right and just very light pressure on there. And also you can see, try to get the foot at almost a 90-degree angle so it's sitting properly on the tracing form. The next thing is to ensure when you're going around that the pencil is actually straight, because it changes by the angle. So it could actually change the size, sometimes by a half size or a full size depending on the angle. But the pencil has to be perpendicular and vertical as you're going around. Ensure you keep the pencil vertical as you're going around the back as well. The next thing to do is to take a tracing under the instep as well. This would tell you the spread of when you add pressure to the foot to see how it changes, whether somebody have a flat foot or they have a higher arch or a normal arch. Can you stand, please? So you hold the foot in the same position, and now you do it with added pressure, slightly bent, and you do the same tracing to see the stretch. And you don't have to go on the second time with the pressure all the way around, because it gives you the spread in the front and how the foot actually collapses in the instep. And then you do the same thing again under the instep. The next thing we want to do is to get some measurements: the ball, the instep, the ankle, and the heel. Keep the tape nice and firm, not pulling too tight, but just nice and firm so it's not sitting in the bottom as well. Instep, the instep is basically your instep straight across the instep. And the heel is basically from the back of the heel all the way around. Then you have the ankles. And then the top of the foot just above the ankle. What you want to do when you're doing that tracing is to mark every little spot, as much information as possible that you can give to us. Whether it's collapsing, whether it's flat in the arch area, that would allow us to build and widen the arch area. If it's narrow heels, we'd actually build for narrow heels. If it's square toes, we can build for square toes. Some skaters like a snug fit, some like a little bit looser fit. So you ask those questions as well. But also the important question is what were they wearing before? How did they feel in it? How was it for how long they had their skates? And how was it? Basically, those are the simple questions that you ask. So it helps to build a skate. You make the notes, whether they were wearing a 6B and a Jackson, and oh, they were great. And did you feel anything different? Do you need some changes? So that helps us as well in making a skate. Regardless what the tracing says, sometimes you have to go outside of the normal because of the comments and feedback that you would get from the skater, the coach, or the retailer.